underway to some degree, and then maybe there is a conversation to be having. We'll be going live in just a moment. Nuke is where we head for our map number 1. Let's see what is in the locker. We want to see the 9 Pandas of recent on Nuke, not the 9 Pandas of old. 9 Pandas, of course, on this map recently. Decent wins. Beat Astralis, beat Gamer Legion. Both of those two sides, not at the major. So do we care? No.
All right, well, that's set it up nicely, I feel. Let's see how this pans out. 9 Pandas, CT-sided start. As you said, at least there is that for them. Seized has got a Zeus. This is what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is a little bit of a joker. He's dropped some jewelries across. Actually, 2 sets, I think, looking at his money. And he's in for the Zeus. Glowing at range. Looking good here. Trying to find that first frag. Not going to happen for him just yet, but he's shown some presence outside.
Okay. Well, 3 have crossed. And of course, most importantly, 1 of which being the bomb. Looking towards lobby. No one's home. So they now got to absolutely understand it is going to be a B-pop. Either Spalin's going to be tested here. That single door will open, but he just crosses secretly in time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of information starve at the end of the day. Clax taking the fight upstairs. Dodo also trying to get involved. Seized good for 1. The Julie's chiming in.
Ooh.
Glowing core reloading. It's a mess right now. Somehow, however, a 3 versus 1 mess in favor of the 9 Pandas, and that'll be all she wrote. So Clax coming away with a 3K, but goodness me, that round was all over the place.
Yeah, that was carnage. I actually think Movistar overthink it massively. You know, they already get down towards all the way to decon untested. You know, a couple of pop shots through smokes outside, but, you know, nothing really worrying. They get all this space to work with, and then they don't take it. They don't even look towards B. They just open the door and then run away. Really sort of weird round there. So, we'll see what Movistar have in response. They are opting for a force, which I think is quite ballsy considering no bomb plant, only 2 kills. Means that Tech 9s and armor is the absolute best they can bring to the table. 9 Pandas have a nice full buy to work with, and it's already working very well.
Ooh. Okay, it's Clax that saves the day there. I was going to say, it's fair play to stay alive, but yeah, nothing too much coming off. Just the 1 kill, which, for that force, is not much of a payout. As we like to talk about quite a bit. Second round force, you know? Maybe when you get the bomb down on T side, that's when it feels the most viable.
For sure.
Beyond that, it's like, I don't know, maybe just get the rifles out, especially when it's your favorite map at the moment. I think you want to start showing why early on. You know, you don't want 9 Pandas to get confident themselves and be like, okay, maybe we're going to win this one, actually.
They got now in towards a couple of upgraded pistols, but nothing too problematic, you'd assume. Just will get 1. Real issue, I guess, for Koi is already tagged down low a few of them off the back of 1 nade. Nobody has armor. So they're so vulnerable in any fight, basically.
Yeah. Not really expecting too much out, but still always good to get a return on that investment. Ooh. Gathering bits of information, Movistar Koi. They'll be looking to just move in as a pack. Hope to catch another cheeky heady if they can. But you can see the CT side kind of adjusting a little to help each other out. Glowing, taking the fights at range. Always risky here. Des, meanwhile, a lot of information for him. Glowing takes a peek, and they will get that work done. It's Glowing to farm them all, of course, but it's nice to have that safety blanket of Des in case he did go down.
Yeah, you take it. You do take it. Zodo, he's all that's left. As Eagle just peering round ramp to look for a fight. Nothing offering up. I don't know if anything will offer up. Has steps, but luckily nobody's close enough that it's an issue. Glowing, doubling back in time. He'll tuck his head. It is a checked angle, this. So, I'm not going to say it will be pre-fire or anything, but there's a chance they look for it. Yeah, let's get tagged a couple of times and dies. That's something, at the very least. Reloading on the ladder. I mean, giving him the respect, yeah, fair enough. staying alive all the time is actually worse for Stododo here. Yeah, so he says alive for 2 grand. That's actually quite well played. They give him the respect, but it's actually the worst thing is they just force him to be alive. So now all he has to work with is an MP9 and the 2 grand that was in his pocket already. So that's unfortunate. In a weird way, getting that kill actually hurt him.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's an oversight from Stododo, isn't it? At the end of the day, he should have just flung himself into the action. Either way, big round on the cards here, and an MP9 could work. It's kind of it's probably better than a Mac 10, to be fair. But it does feel weird to go rushing in with an MP9 rather than a Mac 10, you know? So psychologically, Stododo might be a bit messed up in this round. Mopos nearly taken out of it by the bullets. Lucky to be alive.
Glowing, moving back towards outside. Just checking between top silo and then looking as well, of course, in that direction of red. It is down. There's not actually the worst thing in the world for Glowing to let them down. Spam is really good, and he will find Davy G. RMS now too scared to cross, which means that Icebalance doesn't get that freebie down on towards our side and just along to back.
Pretty clean from Just. Has it created enough space, though? They are out of utility now. 1 flash remaining on this T side. Not looking good. Stododo the next to fall. You have a small lurking presence. Seized. Ooh, a bit rough from him as Just spins around to take him out. We've hardly got any HP, though, here, Neo. And Icebalance has a little bit of an idea of what is going on, but the timing works for Adam. He hits the shots. Leaves it all down to Icebalance, who's just not fast enough on the trigger. Movistar Koi, in classic fashion, have pulled this round out of their backside.
Yeah, especially considering how low they were, making anything out of this round felt like it was no possibility. Even when that single door smoke is kind of replenished as well, I thought there's no chance. Through main, 2 fights, both that should have been found in the favor of 9 Pandas. Movistar Koi collect, and that's going to be their round. Main thing now is, of course, just keeping that AWP alive. They do have money to work with. In a worst case scenario, they could reinvest it, but somebody's going to be hurt. Somebody's not going to have a gun to work with. So Icebalance, you're still alive. And of course, is going to be a reinvestment back in for 9 Pandas with a first round on the board and a very good first round as well. This could be Movistar Koi collecting a little bit of momentum back in their favor, which they desperately need. All for them to work with just yet. All things considered, a first on the board in that sort of fashion is good for Movistar Koi. It's good for the confidence knowing that they can kind of pug their way back into those sort of rounds.
Mopos laying down the law, just trying to draw attention onto that A-bomb site, but following up on it just yet. We've got 3 smokes outside from the T side, so trying to make a play down towards B. Nice response here from 9 Pandas, you have to say. Pushing towards ramp. Let's see. Let's try and figure it out. You know, are we splitting? Actually, nobody's in lobby. So where else are they going to be other than outside? So they're very ready for this B hit to come in. Just a question of getting down there quick enough, and if it is indeed going to end up being B. I mean, Movistar Koi, I think they also know it might be up. So this is a real game of wits at the moment.
At range. Spray, little janky, but Mopos going to find one with the M4 A1S. An opener. Glowing, doesn't catch the ladder. Legs shatter as he drops. And that could put him in a little bit of trouble. Will deal damage to Spot's information. And thankfully staying alive too.
Nice pickup from Mopos. Getting better and better. Icebalance going to have to go large, yeah, and something inside him told him to move forwards, and it was indeed the worst decision there. So that should be the round. 4 versus 2. CT's nowhere to be seen. Save coming in. Movistar Koi looking good on the rifles, baby.
2 guns to work with of clax and glowing. And that'll be about it. Yeah, Koi are coming alive now. Really well. I'm a little concerned about 9 Pandas. The CT side did say at times previously it hasn't looked the greatest for them. I do worry whether things are going to follow the same trend with the side look just all over the place. I mean, that round specifically highlighted a lot of the errors that 9 Panthers have on this map. Timings and rotations are very, very uncomfortable for them. I mean, I just balance. I don't know what the inkling was there where he needed to move forward, but timing really got the better of him. If he knows people are crossing though, this is the weird thing. I feel like you're at his balance. There's no need to move there. He's down over towards double doors. They know they're towards outside because they've already fought 2 different sets of groups towards outside and they've spotted them crossing. And all they've done is, you know, force his balance into a weird position. For him, the best way to play that is how most people play it. Post up, find the first fight. Even if you miss the shot, you just fall back on towards the site. Close the doors behind you, and you're safe. You can reposition. It's weird. I want to assume that somebody on the comms told him to move, told him to rotate, or look for information or something of the sort, but it really worked against him, and it cost him the round. If he just stays there, finds 1 kill, it's back to a 4-on-4. We're back to having a conversation about who's going to take the round. Attack pause to discuss all of the semantics for the 9 Panda side off the back of a tricky one. Looking to pull it back in their favor. Boost is great. The boost was great until the boost was awful. And he's been spotted, I'm pretty sure, on radar. At least above that smoke, I'm assuming would have been. Yeah, they're holding for it.
It was so clean, and then the easiest part, they just messed it up. And there's the spam to take him down as well. So,
just
M4
like
going to be recovered,
real.
as is the kit, but like, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that was...
I think we would have probably failed on the run boost to begin with.
Yeah. Step 1, we would have fallen flat. This is the hardest bit.
Especially in CS2. They're really quite difficult, actually.
Yeah, I slide off quite a lot. Adam? Oh, Adam. Free. Freebie for him. Sees around the corner. Only got a USPS. Goes without saying. Not expecting a lot.
However,
Oh.
he's going to go unchecked. That's what he's all about. You know? He's a genius, really. Would have been nice for him to get a Zeus kill from that position, but...
True.
Beggars can't be choosers. I would imagine they're probably just going to hold the 2 rifles that they have. They've lost control of the B-bomb site, so... This one is most definitely over, but not in a bad way for 9 Pandas. They don't spend anything into the round. Should. Oh, no! I was going to say get away with 3 guns, but seized, unfortunately caught. Again, though, smart of him. He dropped the AK across to Dilladez and then went back in like the soldier he is.
Yeah.
You know, to get the other one. So, again, continue to impress us here. Black's a little nervous there, but I think he should be alright for the save.
He was heard rotating away as well. One was just making their way up ramp there. He pumped the brakes for maybe like 3 seconds. He probably would have got a favourable fight, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters to them is staying alive. That will mean buys all around for 9 Pandas back in. But it's Movistar Koi to tie this game up. So far, so good. Off the back of a little bit of a shaky start. The gun rounds have only actually been going one way. Movistar Koi looking considerably better with 9 Pandas. Yeah, this is I say, you know, 9 Pandas as of recent have been pretty decent. Game Legion and Astralis, big win to them, but before that, it really was not a great map. They always look so rough on it. And, this one starting to follow in that sort of suit.
Another pick up from Glowing, so looking pretty good. Oh, however, just will trade back, causing a little bit of panic here in the 9 Pandas camp. I think with Movistar, they've got the kills back in, but it's a little difficult for them to know where the presence is from 9 Pandas, how to set themselves up, how to get aggressive. couple of them low as well. It's not the best look for Movistar.
Nade towards main. That's an information play there as well. I'm not trying to break a smoke or anything. Just see if they get that tag noise. They don't. So now they are, again, sort of question marking out where they go. Util being set up for a... Gonna go back and test it. Smoke will come through towards single. Molly towards hot. Am I right in saying? Yes. But it's extinguished by his own smoke. So you hate to see it. Glowing off I'm one.
Oh, Stododo changed off the angle. That's unfortunate. Glowing for his third. I don't think he's going to get the 4K here. As Just is actually going to save. Okay, I thought he'd maybe walk straight into Seized. Or is he? Oh, okay. We're still fighting. And he does actually give the kill to Glow. What a nice guy. In the end. 9 Pandas going to take the lead. Takes them a bit of time, but they will finally manage to put a stop to Movistar Koi and get their first rifle round.
That's it. 9 Pandas needed it. I think it goes without saying, if you see Movistar Koi start to spiral on that T side off the back of pure rifle rounds, that's when things for us get quite concerning. But at least we know 9 Pandas can compete and can at least scratch the surface a little bit. Keeps it all flung wide open. Keeps that conversation going. Of course, plenty of money to buy back in. They will have a little attack pause there before they do it. And I understand this. Get the coach involved. Get a conversation. What are they spotted from 9 Pandas setup? Actually, one went wrong there as well. I think if you're Movistar, if you're going to double pump XCA, you leave yourself quite vulnerable just having no information. In a weird way, you know, with the benefit of hindsight, the best thing there would have been just to continue the aggression, continue fighting. Just because there wouldn't have been time for rotates, there wouldn't have been time for support and kind of getting that util set up in the way they would want from that CT side. Trades benefit the T side, as they say, overall, and that's what they probably should have relied on.
Nice pick up on to Davi G as the trades come back in with this A hit. Movistar Koi, though, picking up the pace, and it has worked very, very well for them. Just Idis balanced and seized. To get it done, will the nade make it in? I don't think so, unfortunately. Oh, and had a mess. Catcher seized in the backside. So it's just going to be Idis balance. Movistar Koi kind of laying down the law. Showing them that it's like, okay, you can pick up a round, but watch this. You know, let's see how on the ball you really are. And unfortunately, they get rolled over on the A-rush.
That they do. Absolutely zero sort of impact coming through there from the 9 Pandas side. That 1 kill towards Davi G. The C's just simply not good enough. Brilliant aggression. And that's better, right? That's Movistar just doubling down. They've called out a spawn. They said, this is the plan. This is the finish line. Here's where we're heading. They don't stop until they get there. Great work. Alessandro to keep the AWP alive. There is a little bit of a feeble econ, though, towards 9 Pandas. So I don't know if they decide to buy around this. Some of these CASIs do love a force, but Dillides and Clax on around 2K is not a pretty position to be in. So maybe at the most half buys over towards Seized and Glowing, but minimal expectations. And I think that is looking like the case. Seized has got Zeus. Bar that, the only investment is a P250. That is it. So a gamble stack, I'm assuming of some sort, but again, minimal expectations maybe.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this, though, instead of going sort of in for it. They definitely could have scrapped something together. And a lot of teams would, you know. Especially a lot of teams from their region, from the CIS region, you know, would go absolutely mental with the buy, but not here. So that's kind of cool to see. 9 Pandas evolving slightly and a very disciplined approach to the economy.
Well, let's see. Not expecting too much, but Hero AWP can occasionally do something. I do feel like if each of maybe 1 or 2 more kills are found, you just try your best to keep that AWP alive. Flash in the corner. Nobody home immediately towards Secret, but Idis Balance waiting. Missed shot, and now they know the only AWP's there. Probably best just go back towards A.
Yeah, would make sense. No need to take it too aggressive. Glowing, decent position for him. That's quick headshot landed as well. Can't quite find the next. Balance trying to pull off something. Unfortunately, gives his life away a little needlessly there at the end. Again, would have been great to have that AWP into the next round, but not the case here. Seized. Creeping. He knows there's a drop take eight. Oh, yep. And he's been looking for an opportunity for a while now to get this Zeus into the mixer. Is anyone going to go his way? I don't think so, unfortunately. Davy G is the closest, but I would imagine he's going to back off with the rest of his team. Oh, he says. No, okay.
Needs to be given lots of die as well. Just a kind of a pointless death, you know what I mean? He'll pick up a molly. That is it. He actually might die here as well. Oh! Oh, he gets it! Brilliant. Mopaz down he goes to the Zeus, so we're happy. Caesar's happy. Mopaz isn't. I mean, Movistar are still overall happy. They get the round, but something from a round where the expectations were minimal. Or back out for added balance. Rifles alongside it as well. All said and good. Pretty damn good of a position to be in. You take those.
Seized on the crack angle. Going to get another Molotov down to keep them at bay. So a nice response here from 9 Pandas. A good read to know that they would potentially angle towards ramp. It's an area that has not been hit very often by Movistar. Koi, Diladez down below, catches a player in the vent. So a really clean, really easy, very workable start here from 9 Pandas.
Yeah, they don't actually need to do anything too overzealous here. I mean, the opening kill they found, I mean, the best to play around it now is just that body system. I know Movistar are going to try and group and try and make something work. Just don't need to overface that much if you can. Clax, good find just as the smoke plumes. Davy G looks like he wants to test. Davy G gets tagged, and again, he's so lucky to still be alive.
Sidodo creeping for information here. Unfortunately, smoked off, so, you know, there's just no way for him to get in. Couple flashes round as the T side just trying to create space somewhere. There really is not a lot to work with. They've got one player down below. Oh, and Stadodo. Are you kidding? This timing is pretty insane. You know, really not expecting it, and he contacts round to find Diladez. Unfortunately, he's holding ramp. Able to find one, but he's not insurmountable. 3 versus 2. Bomb plant just about on the cards. Stadodo holding with the AWP, but he's not fast enough. It's all down to Adam S. New blood on the scene for Iberia. Getting distracted away by the double doors. Oh, lines him up for 2, but he can't find that third. Goodness gracious. That's hella close.
Much closer than they probably should have been as well, with the early damage dealt towards Movistar Koi, considering the round we just saw. And alive. All that matters is 9 Pandas take it, but that was a real struggle at times. The 9 Pandas boys. They will get the AWP as well, which is nice for the confidence. 5-5. Movistar Koi looking to the kind of bare minimum, take a tie at the turn half. If they can, 6-6 at half time. Not a bad little position to be in, but if they can, it's sort of the big question mark we have for ourselves. You at least have the money to work with, and in the long term as well. It isn't quite the luxury that 9 Pandas have. They lose this. Movistar find 6 and probably have a good chance of getting 7 with that broken econ of the 9 Pandas side. Very important round number 11 for the CT.
Load of smoke, but nobody behind it. Glowington's close to finding Adam S, but he pulls off the angle. Very, very slow game of Counter-Strike here, isn't it? I think both these teams feel a bit of tension, a little bit of competition and rivalry. Okay, welcome back. Indeed. Apologies about that one, fellas and ladies. It unfortunately does happen from time to time.
What can you do, eh?
Technical issues, you know? Yeah, listen, man. For players, they happen. All right, let's just play Counter-Strike. Let's just play Counter-Strike, all right, before we start getting into all the technical mumbo-jumbo. 1-for-1 in towards the lobby area. It's a nice frag that comes around from the Julies of Mopos just because it really does ruin things, I think, for the T side. They maybe had a bit of a plan to go in towards A, but in fact have opted to drop down. Now Mopos. He's snuck in here. Could get both. Oh, not quite. Quick response from Dilladez to deal with him. 3-on-3, but the Glock of Dilladez writing them all off. Looking for one more, and he's going to get it. There you go. The ace coming in from the New Blood.
That is a monster round from Dilladez. Well played. Well played to him. Of course, he missed the final couple of rounds of the half. It is 6-all at the turn, and starting off the pistol, 9 Pandas final. That's huge on the T side as well for them. On your opponent's map pick, heading on towards the harder side and taking a pistol for momentum. Really good to see. In that tech pause as well, you missed a couple of great facts. I'm not going to repeat them because, you know, the moment's gone. But, like, all I'm saying is, you're not sitting at home, just know you missed out. I hope you know.
You can't do that to them, man. You can't just do that. You can't
No. They know. They know and I know. They missed out on some banger facts that I had in the back pocket. But
well, save them for a rainy day, mate, next time.
Yeah, save them for a rainy tech pause if you ever need one. It's a forced buy for Movistar. 9 Pandas did a forced buy on the CT side. It didn't work. Oh, opposite does get one, but he's traded out by the Mac 10. That's money in the pocket as well as the kill for glowing.
Quietened way down here. There's 9 Pandas, I think, are a bit nervy there. T side. Not going to be quite as comfortable. A map that they are less familiar with. But we'll see. 50 seconds left on the clock. They'll start to make a move at some point. Trying to show some presence on A, you know, draw attention over there. But still not really making many moves here.
Alrighty. Fight going to be hard in just a second. Popping out towards the site. There's numbers here. There's people here. And they're causing problems. Scout finds one. Deagle and MP9 also stepping up on a 1v2 for clax. He's been thrust in that he didn't even expect. Time ticking. MP5 is not good enough. And somehow the force of Movistar works in their favor. What a round. What a find. What a fluff there. The 9 Pandas side. Losing that is pretty brutal.
Certainly not the nicest. I think they will be a little disappointed in themselves, and it gives Movistar Koi a great opportunity to get back into things, really. Always nice. You know, it's really, really harsh when it happens on the CT side, but when you get reset on either side of the game, it just ruins your economy, ruins your momentum that you picked up after the pistol. It's a real shock to the system, I think, in the worst possible way. So yeah, Movistar Koi could really run away with things in the early stages of their defensive side.
For now, playing up close here. Outside, dropping down. That'll make noise. And they're going towards the end. No, they're going towards Stododo. We'll get a couple. And a mess will get a couple of his own as well. And that's the round done in a matter of moments. Pistols unable to do anything.
Just tracking the last man. It's actually Davide that's on for the frag. Oh, it's been set up. Here we go. Just will make that money. So there you are. Lead going the way of Movistar Koi, but 9 Pandas. Yeah, you can see what I mean. They are able to get the rifles in, but seized, you know, what is he going to do? Galil for the utility. Dilladez the same. So it's really not perfect. Clax will be lacking a bit of utility. We've actually got 3 Galils over 2 AKs. It's just not what you want, you know, when you're trying to put your best foot forwards and keep that gap tight. It really does not help your case.
No, it doesn't. That's all. At least, though, there is some sort of a buy to work with. Glowing chunks of nade there. And Mess at least would have heard that. I want to fight it too. So, oh my god, Glowing is so lucky that he was just jiggle peeking rather than committing to the swing.
So we like it though. Keep things a bit interesting. Nice nade to come round here from Davy G. Such a good position for him as well. Molotov comes around, splits them up. Oh god, he doesn't know where to go, and he's going to go down to the fire. Tried to play things safe. Adam S was nearly in to help his teammate, but not quite, and he gets sideswiped in the end. So, man advantage does come round. However, Stododo may not be expected here. Good for one, and able to get away. Nade going in, maybe another on the cards. He's got to back round for more. Oh my goodness. They never expected that in a million years. And Stododo is so brave, but just, you know, an overload of information. The nade going round, trying to track where he is. They can't hear the footsteps, and you know for a fact in that TeamSpeak, in that communication, they will be really talking over each other to try and take Stododo, and he has absolutely blindsided them with that MP9.
Fair play. I love the little setup as well. The little nade and MP9 wombo combo. Really, really good to see. It's got to be said, though. 9 Pandas letting this slip. They're letting this one falter away. I don't know what more they're going to have in the locker for them. Opening couple haven't exactly looked pretty. First gun round didn't look great. Low by here. Mobitar should get a 10th. And by that point, pretty limited what they got left. Nice tag with the Deagle. Stododo is struggling a little bit, but Mopboss isn't.
No, looking good. Gets himself 3 here. Okay. Eco Warrior, I suppose. Seized and Dilladez, all that remain. Seized is waiting for this man to drop down, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen quite yet. Good timing, but, you know, he's on a Deagle. It will let him down at that kind of range. Just Mr. Dez remaining, and he will be the next to fall. So, flawless one coming in from Movistar Koi. Starting to pick up steam here on their CT side.
10-7. 3 rounds ahead, 3 rounds away. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful work. 9 Pandas. This could be maybe even their penultimate buy. If things continue on the same trajectory we currently find ourselves on. Boy, are just bit by bit taking all the advantages, all the chances in their favor, and making this look easy. Molotov single, Megan dropped in at the time. Look at the damage of the U-turn with the opener. Will go the way of the T side. Bomb drop of the MP9. A second can't be found. It's carnage and chaos on the A side.
Just all over, mate. Honestly, absolutely wild stuff. Oh my god, what is Davy G doing? I don't think he really expected them to be there. Maybe thinking they were going to be more in on the site itself, but 9 Pandas not rushing the plant here. They will indeed plant for Mini. Nade goes round. Decent damage. Clax watching heaven, of course, and trying to just not give away the fact that they're both up here, I think is the key thing. Just keep some attention on different parts of the map. Stododo will take his time. Adam, I think, has he eaten a nade here? Something like that. He's left very, very low. Flash comes in. He repositions, but there's a smoke on the site. That is kind of funky, to be fair. Gives them a real shroud to work with there on that 9 Panda side, and nothing that can really be done.
Yeah. And now, just a save call. Adam S, he really has to hightail it. He's so low. The AWP in his back pocket. Should be fine to stay alive, and he will be. 9 Pandas respond. It was so scrappy, the start of that round. 9 Pandas just instantaneously going for fights. And I think that's probably a way to play it. In kind of the chaos of the situation, try and use those sort of rounds to your advantage. Try and now spin this to a bit of consistency. 2 remaining alive, they do squeeze together a buy, but yeah, I was going to say, someone's going to have to drop in towards a little bit of a lesser investment. If you have 3 alive, it's fine, but 2 means you take a hit somewhere. Again, towards A, lots of early util, make sure nobody can fight through main.
was. Slow but sure is going to be weaned out here if he's not careful. Spam comes in. Oh, and that's when they go for the nade, but it maybe helps him out a little more than they wanted. Davy G going to find a kill. Idis balance left very, very low indeed. Davy G ready for glowing on the side. So we're going to try and give B a go, I suppose, but not really all that much you can do. Make some noise. I don't think it'll draw everybody, right? Seized is obviously the one with the bomb here, hoping to make the A-bomb site work in the end, but yeah, nothing coming his way, not a kill. He knows that the site won't be fully cleared out. I don't think they're going to be able to find much here.
His balance with him being so low, it is a question mark, like you kind of said, of basically, do they do anything here? Is saving worth it, though? Because one of them is a Galil. That's the real issue. They just need big errors, and it looks like they're about to make one of their own. C's about to walk straight into the danger. I don't know whether he clears Cubby. Doesn't. That's the bomb. That should be the round. He was crossing towards outside as well, so they know that the only place left unchecked is secret. That's where Idis balance will be as an AK-47. Basically all he has to work with. One flash in the back pocket. Just staying alive is the play. That's what he'll do. And Movistar find 11 and really hinder things over towards the Iron Panda side. Just when it looked like there was a bit of a sigh of relief, they're right back in trouble. What have they got? I mean, not expecting anything this round. It is a question of, do they buy here and play for settling this in regulation, or trying to at the very least, or do they play for OT? And it looks like they want to try and kind of throw the Hail Mary all or now. This round is so important. Go on, double Mac 10, Tech 9, double AK-47 to work with, but a U-turn towards that side, but things considered, Nine Pandas do not find round number 20. They will not find this map.
Just on high. Oh, gets taken down so quickly, man. Mopos does not know where to look. And they have successfully overwhelmed this A-bomb site. That's the round, man. On the back of a half-buy as well. You talked about how important this round was, and they definitely played like it was the most important round of the game thus far. Very solid stuff. Dilladez with the 3K, but all the same, I think everybody played their part there.
Yeah, that's it. Posted. Sododo and Davy G. Look at the save. Nine Pandas, we said they had to find this. We want to stay alive. You lose this round, you got nothing to work with. And now the conversation is on. If they lost that, they would have had so little in the back pocket, and that would have been all she wrote. But everybody staying alive is so helpful as well. Two big rounds as well, being one off the back of Diddle. There's that one there, and the pistol to kickstart any sort of conversation in the second half. Oh, there's still some life left in this. They made such a big call there. Go for the full buy. Try and make it work here. Try and stay alive in the game. At the very least, they are alive. They are kicking. Still, game over is far from decided. You start. Reinvest back in around the 2 save. Well, that side as well, nice and quick here. The nade, if thrown, could go huge. Smokes come down. Nade a little late. Trying to catch one crossing, and he does! Oh my god, he finds it glowing. Just caught by that last bullets in Mopos' chamber.
Yeah, and it's such a shame, man. As soon as he started moving, that nade comes in. Maybe they were basing it off of a sound cue. Might not just have been completely down to luck, but all the same, it has had a knock-on effect here. Mopos finds another solo kill. He flamed up and will get finished. It is not over just yet. Now there's a bit of pressure from Nine Pandas. Could go B, could still come A. You know, he's only spotted one there.
I actually have to commit, right? That's the big thing. Nine Pandas dropping down towards ramp. They're giving this control because there's one playing backside B. This is the big play. As long as they don't move from that silo position on the B site, you can get so much information. What's the play, though? They haven't actually committed to it. Nade will come through. Adam S hasn't shown his cards just yet. Now he has, but he fluffs it. Dylan doesn't again finding such an important kill.
Mental. This guy's playing really well right now. It's still a man advantage at the moment for Movistar, though. 15 seconds left. Should be able to get the bomb down at the very least. As said, you know, 9 Pandas created a bit of this chaos. Ooh, I don't know about tossing the bomb around there. I think it has bought enough time for Movistar Koi to deny away some of the post-plant positions for that T side. And just will find Dilladez. It's a nice bait and switch there. High disbalance, the only one left. Ready for a player in towards ramp, but the timing on it is, of course, perfect for Movistar. He was absolutely dead to rights there, even if he did manage to find 112 coming in pretty swiftly. 9 Pandas still looking good, but I don't know if they're quite going to get this one over the line.
Yeah, honestly, really decent stuff. Very calm and collected in that 4v3 situation. Even actually when they had kind of minimal information to work with, still are able to reset on towards site, even though Adam S kind of messes it up. A loop with an overextension from 9 Pandas costs them. That being said, Movistar 1 round away from closing out the map. Their map pick as well. Most importantly, starting strong. He's towards outside, ticks in the flames, takes a hell of a lot of damage early. Nades come through from Adam. Trying to spot anyone crossing. If that had gone towards red, C's is no longer alive.
Stododo holding downstairs might have some action come his way. Seized is working in here. Gonna get across and does get some damage off. Forces Stododo into an awkward spot, but he gets that smoke down ahead of time. Seized is still going and will take him out. This is what I'm talking about, man. Absolutely love this guy. He's not deterred at all. And a big frag actually sets up the B hit now.
Or at least something to work with. They need to cross. It's not an easy one. Second Molotov comes down. The bomb getting out of window is so risky, but Adesbalance to find the kill. He's been quiet, Adesbalance, but he picked his moment well. Jumping towards double. Hot was. Will get a freebie. That rotate player clacks it for the flank, finds one of his own as the bomb goes down. This is carnage.
It is indeed. 3 versus 2, though, looking pretty good for 9 Pandas. Mopoz kept out for now. Just making noise. So, yeah, looking very good for 9 Pandas. They have the information. It's just down to hitting the shots. Balance very ready for that as his crosshair was in the perfect spot. Just going to be Mopoz. I think they have a good idea of where he's at. There's not really anywhere else that he could be right now. He's just trying to hold on, maybe take a gun or two away. Oh, too much to ask, though, in the end. So, 9 Pandas putting Movistar under some pressure here. This could get very, very scary.
Yeah, nice kill from C's there to really kickstart the T side, but that round, Adesbalance, his couple of kills are what gives them the coverage of the bomb, or what gives them the kind of favorable post-plant positions. Nice work, really is nice work. 12 to 10. Back into a bye. If Movistar Koi loses this round, but he could be heading towards OT. 9 Pandas, that force buy earlier, which we questioned a little bit, has now worked well for them for opening that conversation. Very risky spot. Movistar Koi find themselves in.
Minute and 25 on the clock here. 9 Pandas just sending that early utility out. We start very, very nervy from them. Set up with 2 on ramp. I kind of like that, as it does seem that 9 Pandas have been favoring that B bomb site, to be honest. You know, we saw them hit the A rush with success, but when it comes to the rifles, they've liked going downstairs, just behind Silo. Oh, it's Mopoz left in the awkward spot. Does well to find one. Just trying to get in the action here. There's flashes all over from both sides. Flash kills from all over, but that's the big one as Stododo falls through the smoke, leaving Davi G all alone and surely without a hope here.
Surely. That feels like it spells OT to me. No money to work with in the next. It unironically might be the better play just to save that FAMAS if he can. He's going to tuck himself in towards Garage Corner. So probably the commit of exactly that. 9 Pandas back in this game after it looked like they were dead to rights. We were sitting at like 12-8 as they forced into the likes of kind of FAMASs and Tech 9s. And we said, oh, surely no chance. C's has got the right idea. C's having to look around here, but side turned. That'll cost him. RPG, make sure you stay alive. That AK's been blown out of the map. Absolutely is gone. He stays alive. That's a positive, but it's the only positive he's really got to work with. Obviously, are going to call for their second tactical timeout. This is not a nice spot to be in. Triple MP9, a FAMAS. A double FAMAS, in fact. Oh, no. Still has refunded it. Oh, no, he's dropped it. There we go. 9 Pandas want to force with this sort of caliber. Do Movistar have it in the locker? We're going towards more rounds and regulation between these two sides. We said coming into it, these two kind of feel quite inseparable, and that's been, well, exactly the case at the moment.
It is a tough look at the moment. Goodness me, very, very stressful here, I feel. It's honestly, again, a little bit surprising. It felt like at 12-8 it was. Movistar Koi had this one in the back. You know? You feel like you're in a winnable position from there, and rightfully so, but maybe not quite the case. Adam is indeed doing his best, but Diladez has made it in a bit deeper than they were expecting. Big fight here, runs out of ammo, forced forwards to take it. 2 versus 2. Low HP for Adam. What is the play? Oh, this could be it, you know, downstairs pretty quickly. He's going to force the rotations in. They're making a lot of noise, but Glowing is here quite early to keep them at bay. Idis Bounce with the plant behind the silo. Glowing that forward vanguard, looking for the kills. The takers to overtime. And indeed, they will do it. 9 Pandas. Heck of a run back for the 12-12 and an extension of the game.
Considering how they were looking in the early part of that T side, a different showing at the tail end. Really, really good work. 12-12. Overtime now to the side. Map 1. Those who are new around here, the magic number we look for is 1st to 16. Which, if you're a Go player, is of course the old classic from back then. These two sides have really thrown everything in the kitchen sink so far. All the momentum does feel quite heavily in favor of 9 Pandas at the moment. So it's a worrying spot. Really worrying spot for Movistar. Because these gun rounds on the CT have looked real shaky at the tail end.
Utility outside. 9 Pandas trying something a bit different, actually. Saving this one for a rainy day. The L smokes come around. And we'll try and make it work. Glowing makes his way down. However, the kills bouncing back for that CT side in towards lobby that was. So 4 on 3 and tagged up as well. Movistar Koi looking to start their overtime campaign pretty successfully.
I think that is going to be the case. 2v4. Time ticking. Not given a whole lot of opportunities here. All towards A. That smoke to single door fade. It's going to hold. I mean, this holds solid enough. I don't really think there's going to be any problems. Time ticking. If you're 9 Pandas there, saving the orb's not actually the worst call. 10k OT, you don't have a lot of money to work with. It looks like they're still going to continue going. 2 bodies here, the third in quick rotation, and a missed shot has given Clax a chance.
Yeah, potentially. Diladez working his way in now as he's all alone. Bomb going to go down, surely finished off, and indeed he is. Tried to commit to the plant, but not going to happen in the end. 13-12, solid lead for Movistar Koi. It is a classic, of course. Lose all those rounds in regulation to get us to overtime, and then you are the first team to win in overtime itself. So, you know, some things never change in this game, but all the same. And Pandas looking to tap into that energy they had at the tail end of regulation.
Let's see. Into the investments, of course, with that OT. Make a start to the round. Oh, he's got tagged, so he did actually make the jump across gap there. Takes a hell of a lot of damage. Cross. Smoke broken by the nade. Nobody spotted behind it. That smoke's actually pretty lackluster, but at least one has made their way down secret.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with this. It seems to be something they're trying in the overtime. Didn't quite work for them in the previous round, but at the same time wasn't necessarily spotted, seized. Trying to play patiently here. I think he might have heard a footstep or two. Seems pretty aware, as does Mopos. Oh, the angle is quite nice. Seized trying to track him on the way out. Unable to find it. The flash is perfect, but Seized able to stay safe. Flash of his own to take the fight and lands the flick. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Still got it, even after all these years. Man advantage. Short-lived, though, as Adam trades back.
4v4. Good smoke. Adam S going to try and play above it. And catch him crossing it towards main, and he does. Only gets one. Time starting to take 30 seconds. Making their way in. Missed shot. The AWP probably in a lot of trouble here. But thankfully, from the heavens, quite literally, has support. We start see off yet another round in OT. 2 for 2 so far. Make it flawless, and they got a very good chance of closing it.
Timeout coming in, as indeed 9 Pandas starting to worry a little bit. They may well have run out of steam. They may well have run out of ideas, you know. Movistar Koi with a bit of a break in between, a bit of a reset, and importantly, not having to worry about the economy. It doesn't play on your mind when you're taking the fights and getting aggressive. Seems 9 Pandas are struggling to deal with this new read that Movistar have got on them. So timeout could indeed work out. You want to get at least one round for sure out of this first half. And then we'll see moving into the second what they're able to do from there.
That's the case. One round on the T side, it's workable. Get none, and it feels like probably not. You have to go flawless yourself on the CT side, which gives opportunities, many of them. Movistar Koi. Towards outside. And a mess. Tucked up close. Might not be expected. They flash around the corner. They don't clear him. They definitely don't clear him properly. Glowing half checks in towards Cubby, but it's not enough. Easy opener.
Yeah, Movistar Koi have hit the groove at the perfect time. May well have been a game didn't need to be extended, but this far looking good. Dilla Des fast with that one though. Davi G got to be careful here, not to go down. Just holding the push up. Ooh, trying to tap away, draw them in as well as he's got some support now. It's Dodo hidden away in this corner where he did so much damage just 10 rounds ago. They're not going to come into him this time, though.
Well, either Spallant and Seas combine. Numbers advantage in their favor. Now very workable. Just the solo man towards the A side. He beckons over, rotates. But he will be mollied. It's the Dodo. Gotta be checked. And yeah, he's not long in for the world, surely.
Plant comes in. Movistar Koi will, of course, go for it, but a nice recovery here from 9 Pandas and a really big round for them. They just need to get over this final hurdle, and most of it comes down to a man named Just. Creeping his way forwards. Clax at the back vent. Feel like should have him. Just is checking everywhere, not spotting anybody, for goodness sake. Clax going to take the peek and takes his head clean off. 14-13. Certainly not perfect for 9 Pandas, but it still gives them room to work with.
Yeah, exactly. Not perfect, but manageable, salvageable, and all the rest. There's definitely at least something here. Like we said, 16 is still what we look towards. But yeah, I think it still goes without saying that those advantages are in actually a pretty good position for Movistar. Get very close to closing it. They put up 15 to start off the C side. A lot of pressure on 9 Pandas to come back. But they've done it once before in regulation. So, count it out. Early tags, but I just balance at the first. Goes traded, thankfully.
Okay, that's a bit of an awkward fight. Neither player really spotting each other cleanly. Still looking good for 9 Pandas, but they have made their way down towards this B-bomb site. Still a Dez hanging about. They are somewhat ready for him. That Molotov goes behind. Ooh, he's been spotted now at the very least. So they have confirmed his position. Try and chip away at him. That's a lot of damage that comes in. The Molotov as well going to spread, and down he will go. Davy G has silently made his way in, but he's got an AWP. Really not the ideal weapon for this situation. Stododo can't really get the plant as he was smoked out and the doors get in the way. 9 Pandas have held on to this one very nicely indeed. I was worried with how much space Movistar Koi were taking on the B side of things. Stabby G traded easily. 9 Pandas even up the score.
Okie dokie. Game on again. Game absolutely on. 14 all. Movistar Koi, it goes without saying that they're going to start feeling a little bit of pressure themselves. 9 Pandas are no slouch on the CT side, as we saw. Was plenty of opportunities. I mean, it was 6 all at the turn of the half. We didn't see the final 2 rounds, so we can't really take too much away from that. What we did see, the gun rounds are starting to come alive for 9 Pandas for that tech issue. Feels like some might even have a little bit more life on top of this. I mean, these two sides still feel pretty inseparable. Adames moving towards outside. Creeping his way forward. Nothing offering for him. There isn't a smoke to cross red just yet, so glowiing can use that in his advantage. Which he does for 2.
Is possible. Oh my goodness. What a monster. Ah, man. Movistar Koi now struggling on the T side. So this is really, really big. 9 Pandas are in position to find themselves that map point, steal away their opponent's map pick. And we talked about the importance of overpass and maybe the simplicity of overpass for 9 Pandas as well. Decent map for them. Really not great for Movistar Koi at this point. Glowiing. Continues dishing out damage. A long-range dink. He does get a bit greedy for it. And they have worked with that. The 2 veterans at the tail end of the game giving their lives away. Dilladez. Whoa, lucky to win that fight, wasn't he? Still wrestles back the man advantage. Is it short-lived? Is it here to stay? Mopoz potentially spotted there. Meanwhile, Just is on high, trying his best not to make any noise. The bomb looking to join his teammate if Just can clean up. Clax has got a feeling. But it all comes down to that timing. He just got CS'd. Happens to the best of us. Mopoz will make his way up. Dilladez got to be careful of the flames. Can't take a single tick. Plant coming in. Nice and open. 2 versus 2 here for 9 Pandas. Or Movistar Koi to secure map point.
Yeah. This is good. Dilladez being so low. Adames retake with an AWP. Neither are good signs. Mopoz, he himself isn't exactly healthy. Adames going to drop a nade out through back aside. Dilladez got good timing. If he clears, at least effectively, time is ticking though. They're really going to make a move. Swing. Bad for Dilladez. Gets caught. Bomb. Not planted for Adames to get a defuse in effectively. To out he goes. Movistar find themselves 15. And Mopoz might deny the AWP staying alive. He will have money to buy back into it. All they care about is the round going to way of Movistar. That's map point now on their map pick.
Uh-oh. This is problematic. This is very, very problematic indeed for the 9 Pandas who were in a really great spot, man. They were loving life coming into the overtime. And you may argue that previous one should have swung their way. But the tension definitely getting to them, and, you know, the depth, the tactical depth of them as a team really being tested on Nuke. Easier said than done at this point, but a really close game here that I don't think we were expecting out of this map, especially with the way that it looked sort of 75% of the way through a normal map. It has, of course, been extended here into an absolute slog. So we'll see. 15-15, or will it be heartbreak for 9 Pandas?
Oh, playing around that open door there. Smoke gets broken open, but Adam S still creeping around. And as it starts to replenish, he actually might get a gap. He does. Oh my god. That was so nervy. But it works well for Movistar opening kill as they're on map point.
Oh, Trader's back from seized, but it's going to be known about now. Yeah, they can Molotov him off. He throws down a Molotov of his own. Doesn't really do all that much. A little bit too late. So ramp control coming round for the T side of things. Still a Dez. Did he spot him? Not so sure. Idis balance has gone down here as well. So a man advantage as well as a flanking presence from Movistar Koi if they choose to strike with it. Seized. And make his way down the vent. All to play for here. And as I say, there is that flanking presence. Really could end the round, or at the very least be a nuisance. There it is. Seized going to fall. So now it is just down to Clax and Diladez to keep them alive. A little bit of damage coming round. Flash comes in. However, no information for this CT side to work with. Makes life very difficult indeed. They'll start to gather now, just finding a big kill. Clax out in the open, surely dealt with here, and he is indeed. Movistar Koi get it over the line in the end. But my goodness, that was no mean feat. Absolute wild game on Nuke. 9 Pandas will be kicking themselves, though. They just lost steam there in that overtime.
Yeah, they were made to work for that. They really, really were. But 9 Pandas just a little bit too lackluster to start off OT, and that cost them. But man, Movistar, I mean, considering how good the team have been on this map pick and